In today's world of high-speed connection, text messaging, and social networking, we often find ourselves searching for information. There are millions of blogs on the internet. News, sports, politics, and tech. But I bring it all together for you and present it in a relentlessly unconventional fashion. My name is Zenny Abraham, and this is the Blog Report. It's time now for news. Today is Memorial Day, and this is where my stepfather is buried. Chester Harding Yerger. He served in the war, World War II, in the U.S. Army. He passed in 2005. This is my father's burial flag, Xenophon Abraham Sr., and he also died in 2005. He's buried at Abraham Lincoln National Cemetery in Elmwood, Illinois. But my father had a great 21-gun salute. My stepfather deserved one, so I'm bringing this burial flag here today. And they probably have already met in heaven, but I'm bringing them close as well. You know, I don't agree with war. I was always raised to be anti-war, but I, probably like you, have had fathers and grandfathers who served in a war and may be in a war right now. But it doesn't mean that they have to be demonized here in our country. My stepfather always talked about the war and how basically they taught him how to kill. And sometimes he'd cry, and I can still see him doing that today. My father never talked about war. In fact, I really had no idea of his service. Well, I knew he served in the war, but I had no idea of what he had done, specifically until they gave him a 21-gun salute that day. When a person goes to serve our country, they do so because they feel they have a duty to our country. Maybe they go for medical reasons. Maybe they go for other reasons. But they go and they serve. And we don't have to agree with them. It's not their fault that our foreign policy caused them to go to war. We must respect that they did. I didn't always think this way. I, like many probably, thought, well, someone that went to war undoubtedly supported what we were doing. And even if they did support what we were doing, then they deserve my respect. My view has changed. Because I respect a person who would put their life on the line for their duty to their country. And that includes me. Just about a week ago, I was on the way back here, and I was standing next to a gentleman in a soldier army dress, and I said, "Where are you going?" He said, "I'm going home." And I said, "Well, I'd like to thank you for serving my country." And he said, "I really appreciate that." I knew what he meant. What he meant was, I got a lot of slings and arrows, and I know people don't agree with what I did, but I served my country, and sometimes it's nice just to get a handshake. So if you see a soldier, shake his or her hand and thank them. Even if you don't agree with what they had to do. Remember, they're in an impossible situation, and at any time, they can be the person that loses their life. Happy Memorial Day.